That's right, y'all. Get up, get up, get up. January 17th, Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Friday. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. And like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. What's good, everybody? Hope y'all having a fantastic Friday morning. For everybody that's about to start their weekend, thumbs up. Hope you guys have a good one, safe one. If you in the New York area, guess what? It's cold outside. Woo! We had a little bit of snow last night, so y'all might want to dress warm before y'all start the trek and get out there and take care of y'all business. But me, I'm good. Just wanted to make sure that all y'all was doing good and that we all here for today's episode of The Bottom Line. Because, of course, we got a lot to cover, as we always do, because we be getting busy over here. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. So without any further ado, like I always do, I like to get into these titles and talk about what's up there so that we can basically get to it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. But let's get that straight. And again, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Hope everybody's doing good. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscription. Make sure y'all hit the bell so that y'all get notified anytime that we come on and do what we gotta do. Also, if you haven't already got a membership, y'all might want to do that because it has a lot of perks that come along with it. Once you get your full glove with all the gems, you start getting free promotional items and much more. We'll talk about that soon after we get to the titles. And what we got up here right now, y'all, as y'all can see, we got How Low Will Joe Go? Yes, Joe Biden. He said his farewell speech this past Tuesday, and let's just say it did not go over very well. It came off as a bit bitter, came off as a bit facetious and angry at a couple of people, as well as a couple of jabs that were thrown. Did you guys catch that? We'll go over that. We also got other topics as far as Israel Hamas deal that said it was dead in the water until Trump got involved. Yes, you heard Joe Biden come out, take credit for it and say everything and talk about, how happy and pleased that he is about his administration being able to close the deal before he got out of office. Well, not so fast. Come to find out that Trump had already started talking to people and sending his people from his administration to Hamas and Israel areas and talking about these negotiations as well, as Biden's been doing this for about 15 months and really didn't get too much results. So everyone on the other side says, they didn't really respond until Trump pressed the button and said, if you guys don't let those hostages go, it's going to be double hockey sticks to pay. And we'll just have a little riff right there with both of them when it comes down to that part. Then we have another story, which is one of our headlines. It's very important because the results are coming in this Sunday. That's right. This Sunday, we're going to find out if TikTok will be ended without a savior. If so, where will you go? Questions. There's other apps that are being promoted. There's other areas that people are trying to flock to now, just in case. What I would say is this: all of you TikTokers that have been utilizing the app to make money and do business off of, I think you should exercise the same amount of energy to probably get your own website, and also use all apps, not just one. This way, if something like this ever happens in the future, you're not so susceptible to losing so much business. Try to spread out and get more opportunities, which will actually probably get you even more customer base. So do the same thing on Instagram, do the same thing on Facebook, on X, as well as other platforms that you're doing on your Twitter account, because you can put videos up as well. And you never know, you might get good traction there as well. So don't just rely on one guy. But to the topics, first story, let's get to see what Joe Biden and how he's feeling at his meeting. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing good. It's Nah. Could you shout out my boy Jeffrey Epstein, bro? I guess I just did. You bugging. You crazy. All right, we up early. Let's get it going. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning, and let's get into it. Biden's ripped for his bitter farewell address.
American people. Now, with just hours left in his over 50-year political career, Biden used his final address to launch veiled attacks at President-elect Trump, his allies, and the millions of Americans who support him. And do not forget that 4 years ago, Biden promised to be a president for all Americans. He repeatedly preached about unity, unity. Here is how he began his presidency with his inaugural address.
To overcome these challenges, to restore the soul and secure the future of America, requires so much more than words. It requires the most elusive of all things in a democracy: unity. Unity. With unity, 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 unity. Write an American story of hope, not fear, of unity, not division, of light, not darkness.
High hopes, unity, it's a beautiful thing. Well, watch how he ended his presidency.
Whether we show the courage to stand up to the abuse of power, or we yield to it. Abuse of power, abuse of power, abuse of power. The president's power is not limited. It's not absolute. Power and profit. Dangerous concentration of power. Concentration of technology, power, and wealth. No president is immune from crimes and oligarchies taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy.
And I love to listen to these historic moments, and I love to keep tallies. And unity.
I have to say that he was just garbling. He was just going back and forth about stuff that really didn't make too much sense. But one point I did want to show you guys was a point that Kevin O'Leary made, because it's sad that after 50 years of being in the president that you go out like this. And Mr. O'Leary really didn't want to rip him, Mr. Wonderful, but he did.
I think we should give respect to the first 46 years of the work and what he gave to the country. Unfortunately, his legacy has been tainted by the last four on metrics that everybody is going to remember for a long time. Border security, number one, collapse in our position in terms of foreign policy, and inflation that just brutalized the average American family. They're not going to forgive him for that. 70% of the people feel that way this morning. Now, you go 20 years later, you think, gee, Nixon, he came out of that a little better. The same with Carter. I don't think they're going to forgive Joe Biden. It's going to be very tough. And I think he tainted his family name. I'm thinking, can a Biden go and become a board member of the Smithsonian, for example, today? I think they wouldn't do it. I think he's hurt his brand by pardoning his son after saying he wouldn't do it. And I don't want to beat up on a man who's served for so long, 50 years, but he did it to himself. It's not like anybody made him do these things. He did it to himself, and he made a lot of mistakes. And people are not going to forgive him for the three, and maybe the fourth on the son. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth.
I think he did it to himself. And the way that he said it, he wrapped that up perfectly. He didn't, there was nothing personal about his response. He basically said what it was and what everybody's feeling. Even if you're a Democrat, you're like, no, Joe, no, not again, Joe. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Could you, let's see, it's new. Thanks, bro. Your Highness, shout out to the what? Combo, whatever. Okay. Also, we want to see what Trump had to say about this, because he had something to say about this. Not only that, but he had something to say about basically when it comes down to his position and what he basically did as far as bringing his words out, telling everybody that he's not playing. And like I said, these guys basically said if it wasn't for Trump, he was not going to be wasn't going to go as smoothly as they had thought it was. It wasn't going to happen without him saying something. Watch this.
Hitting the pause button on approving that ceasefire deal, accusing Hamas of already backtracking on parts of the agreement that they agreed to yesterday.
So phase one of the deal, which is set to begin on Sunday, requires Israel release more than 100 Palestinian terrorists in exchange for less than 10 innocent Israeli hostages, including some Americans.
So what's going on?
So the thing about this that people don't really realize is there's a lot of criminals that's going to be released. A lot of criminals that are going to be traded for our people, as well as regular civilian hostages. The people that are in the jails, a lot of them are actually criminals. So now all of these people that are going to be released, the 50 Hamas fighters, they're going to basically be released. We got some other people that's about to be released. That's 110 hostages for Palestinian prisoners. So we have no idea how many bad apples are in these people that are about to be released. You have to remember that part as well.
The last minute, we're getting varying reports. So let's bring President-elect Trump's incoming national security advisor, good friend of the show, Michael Waltz. Michael, great to see you. Your thoughts about the pause. What could you tell our audiences behind it?
Well, one of the final pieces in the arrangement is that Prime Minister Netanyahu and his key team, basically have to run this through their government and get the votes for this deal. So there's some last minute kind of maneuvering. There's some last minute shifting. They actually have to prevent names on lists and a specific timeline for when those exchanges will be taking place. So that's what's going on right now. We are still very optimistic. Everybody wants this deal to happen because essentially those people will die. And this deal was stuck just a month ago until President Trump was elected, until he sent Steve Witkoff over and said, see what we can get. And I want the people of Israel to be very clear and to hear me loud and clear. You're dealing with President Trump, who took out Soleimani, who took out Baghdadi, who fully supports Israel. No one has done more for Israel than.
So you got to realize, again, he's already proven himself. He's taken out people already. He's already handed people their own pictures of their own houses. Like the last time, he was like, look, I don't want any soldiers to be harmed as we leave. And if there's a hair harmed on any one soldier's head, he went in his jacket and took out a photo and gave it to the leader. And the leader was like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's a picture of your crib, of your house. And then he just walked off. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, you think they don't know? You think they don't know? Even he said it himself. You know what Trump said? He said, they think I'm crazy. They don't know what I'll do. So who's the best person to be president right now? They think I'm crazy. He knows what's going on. Y'all think that Trump's out there oblivious to the way that, what's going on and how people feel about him and his reactions? No, he knows what's up and he uses it smart in the right way. So you heard what he said up until the time where Trump got involved and said, if you don't release those hostages, there's going to be HELL hockey sticks to pay. And now all of a sudden, look, same thing like with the Mexican president that said she wasn't going to do this. Same thing like Venezuela talking about they're not taking their people back. Everybody changing their tune. Then you got all of the people in media going over there. You got all of the people in Silicon Valley, Zuckerberg, going to kiss the ring. You got all of these people. What? All of a sudden, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? How come there's such a change in everybody's words from 30 days ago? What do you guys think? Do you think it has anything to do with the incoming president and that he probably already knows him? I ain't show y'all that, right? You don't think that? You don't think he already know? Like, look, this dude is already cuckoo. Let's get this taken care of. Just like all of the immigrants are like this. What are we going to do? If they stay in, they're going even deeper. If they leave and they're like this, we out of here. We ain't messing with that one. We ain't messing with him because we already know what he built like. Bottom line, what do you guys think? Real talk.
President Trump, we will have their back to make sure Hamas never exists as a terrorist state and certainly does not govern Gaza.
But Congressman, they're going to be late. I mean, it's clear that the president-elect's pressure worked and they are at the negotiation table. The deal's probably done, but they're not going to have all the hostages released by day one. So are you, Pete Hegseth, and Marco Rubio going to be summoned to the White House for military options then? Because they're not going to be back home yet.
Well, the deal always was that the hostages will get phased out. The exchanges will be phased over time. And then we'll see if Hamas upholds their end of the bargain. And, the message I want to send is that we have Israel's back. Again, we wouldn't even be in this position, but for the strength of Bibi and Israel to take out Hezbollah, which was going to be the cavalry coming for Hamas, to take out Sinwar, to take out Hania. They are completely isolated. They're completely on their back foot. That's why we have any semblance of getting our hostages out. Right. That's what I think we need to be focused on, is these people coming out, hugging their families as President Trump comes in.
How many phases are there, and how long will it take to get through each phase? And in the end, how many hostages will be released?
Well, we're talking 42 days, and what we're talking about right now, and these people are in horrific, terrible conditions, being abused.
Listen to this.
Right now as we speak. So we're talking 25 alive, and a number of remains. Again, this is a group that holds people's dead bodies as bargaining chips. It's sick. It's horrific.
Yeah, this is like this would be the end to something that we can't even put words to if we can actually come to an ending for this. I didn't even let it continue to what he was saying, but you heard a little bit of it where he was basically saying just to get remains back is a big thing because that's how far they go when it comes to WAR. And they really just like, you get nothing when it comes down to trade. When you there's certain things that's called certain respects when you have war, like when you actually a couple of people or soldiers respectfully give them back so that they can be buried and stuff like that. But to keep remains, that's like desecrating, and it's a real nasty thing. So to see this actually coming to an end would be phenomenal. That's how I feel about it. Hope you guys feel the same way. How many people we got up in the building? We got 405 people up in the building. Let's get some more likes up. We only got 5 likes over there. See what we got on that coffee over there. We have nothing on the coffee. So yo, let's get these likes up. We got 5 likes. Let's double tap that screen to let everybody know that we're here, that we rocking. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. We up. It's Friday. We focus. And we got the next story to talk about. So yes, y'all, I'm watching, I'm paying attention. Let's double tap that screen. And remember, I am the worst troll that you ever dealt with. So whatever you want to put in them notes down there, it's going to get you a bad response or kicked off the show. It's up to you, baby. I let a few things slide already. Just so you know, I saw it, but I'm not paying attention to that. But if you keep on, man, y'all are out of here. So go ahead and police yourselves. Let's be nice. Let's get those likes up before I just stop doing this because it's too early to be playing. And let's get it going. Because the next story that we got is some, what's this? Woo! We got a bunch of people that's facing RICO charges after an elaborate retail theft scheme uncovered by St. Paul County. So they out here cracking down on these thefts for retail. And they're not playing games. It's becoming RICO charges now. So keep on thinking that you're going in Target, you're going to go in Walmart, you're going to go in all these places and steal. Watch this.
An elaborate scheme happening at dozens of Bay Area Targets.
There's no evidence that they work at all. All they do is steal.
Sheriff Grady Judd says 4 people are accused of operating a
I'm going to show you how to get instant keyword and content ideas in just 3 steps.
They got him, y'all. They got him. They got him.
A retail theft scheme on multiple levels. The sheriff says the suspects would scam people for gift cards and then use them to purchase high-end electronics at Bay Area Targets. They would also use employee discount codes to purchase those items at a deeply discounted price. So how did detectives catch on? We're told 2 North Lakeland Target employees were allegedly flagged for giving the suspects discounts.
We saw them discounting 60, 80, 90%. And that's what came to Target's attention. That's how they first got onto it.
According to court documents, the suspects bribed them with smartwatches and other items.
The other one had been bribed with like an Apple Watch and Starbucks coffee. And he was given discounts on a $300 Apple iPad, $400 Apple iPad. They were paying $100.
Investigators say the suspects then shipped those high-end electronics to China. The suspects are then accused of returning counterfeit items to Target.
Not only were they scamming people and ripping them off and ripping off Target, but then they were returning product to Target and ripping Target off again.
And the sheriff believes there are more suspects and more victims.
If this is occurring in 8 different counties in West Central Florida, we believe it's happening in other places.
Got him. Just wanted you guys to see that. That was kind of crazy. But gotta be, you can't be mad at them for their ingenuity, for trying to come up with something. But putting those fake, Apple Watches and computers back in replacement, didn't y'all think that y'all was gonna get caught after a while? Come on now. That goes to show you that some people just don't know when to stop, even when it's something good or bad. Pretty crazy, right? What you guys think about that? And have you ever bought something that you thought was authentic and then you took it home and it was fake? Could have been something like that. Or you open up a box that's probably why they don't put returns back on the table anymore. When it's a return, they basically send it back to the office because it could be anything going on with it. Makes a lot of sense to me. Also, do you guys know about this state senator that got arrested, Colton Moore. He got arrested. He was trying to go into the Capitol for the joint sessions of the General Assembly. Yeah, he got arrested. A senator, watch this, got arrested for trying to go in.
Senator Moore, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
This is Senator Colton Moore.
Appreciate you.
So notice how everybody else is being let in. Everybody's being let in. Everything is cool. No problems. See that, right? It's almost like everybody knows but him. They're all waiting to the last time. Watch this. Everybody else goes in. So now they're stopping him. They're saying that he can't go in. They're gonna let everybody else in. Watch. Right there. It's like they know something's up. Do you guys, is anybody here willing and understanding of what's going on here? Because I would really like to know what's going on here, why they won't let him in. If anybody knows, I would love it. Just let us know. CC, we either have more or don't. Trump can skate 34 convictions. How can we proceed?
Why can't you go in? Why can't you go in? This is the people's house.
This is crazy. I'm gonna speed it up.
This is the people's chamber. Why can't you go in?
Officer,
See, they won't let him in.
Officers, this man should be arrested. I have a constitutional obligation to be in this room under 1611-34.1. This man should be arrested for breaking the law.
Now, do me a favor, y'all. I love to do this. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. There's no way in the world we're going to have 850 people in the building with 16 likes. And you know how I do. Y'all can leave. We're going to get them likes up to 80 likes. I need y'all to double tap the screen because I'm going to show y'all the rest. Plus, I'm going to show you when he got released and what he had to say. You guys are going to determine when you see it, because when you double tap the screen and get them likes up to 80 is when I'm going to turn around and play the rest. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today and you're very healthy. I done did 200 push-ups this morning. Got up at 4 o'clock to get ready for this. So I hope you guys respect my attention and my work ethic. And all I'm asking you guys to do is double tap the screen so that we can continue with this fantastic story and keep it going. Love you guys. Let's do it. All in together now. Look at that. 79. Didn't even have to do nothing. One more like and that's it. I'm turning around. And then I got the rest of this. Boom, let's go. I don't play with y'all.
We all upheld our hand and swore an oath to the Constitution. This is a joint session of the General Assembly. Your House rules do not apply. I'm going into the chamber. What a silly mess. What a high school silly mess.
Now he's not fighting back. They just manhandling him. He's not fighting back at all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He does not come past the door.
Again, come on, anybody? Why? I'm done. I'm a thunder dump right now. Why? Why? I don't understand this. That's Colton Moore. He's the North. Let me see. His name is
I represent
Colton
200,000
Moore.
people in Northwest Georgia who duly elected me to be here today. And you're hindering that. Unconstitutional. You have no respect for the Constitution. Complete disrespect to the Constitution.
Wait a minute. Somebody know what's up? Let me see. Because he was already warned not to show up. He was censored. Oh, okay.
The storekeeper has no authority. As a city urban joint session, I have more authority than the storekeeper of the house. Sir, I'm not causing disturbance. I need to be let in.
When you're censored, you can't go. You're right. So he tried to blend in with everybody and they called him. I got it. I'm going to do a little bit of research just to double check and make sure about it. This is Senator Colton Moore of North Carolina, and they're arresting him for trying to get inside on the floor, for trying to get in to speak. He got arrested yesterday. Senator Colton Moore tried to get into the joint sessions of the General Assembly, and then he was released shortly after. Watch this. I guess if you try to force your way onto the floor after you've been censored,
I have an obligation to represent the people of Northwest Georgia. The doorkeepers in Major Langford have violated 1611-34.1.
Senator, do you regret what you said about David Ralston?
Any regrets about saying what you said about the Speaker? We live in a society that I thought we had free speech. But it is apparent to me that Georgia is nothing but a tyrant ruled by authoritarians.
Officer, do you have any comment on breaking the law? Officer, do you have any comment on not arresting the doorkeeper under 16-4.1?
Well, he did.
Disrupting a proceeding of the General Assembly?
So they're saying that he was disrupting the meeting, because if he was censored, he's disrupting. He's not supposed to be there, right? They actually had the nerve to search this man. Come on. All right, y'all. Y'all see he got bagged up. We done seen the ride already. We know this. We know that ride. We done heard about that. That's the one with the seatbelt, with the bracelets on that we always do like this, right? And we hoping that the cuffs don't get too tight as we doing this, right? And that's kind of the ride of shame, unless you're official and you really have something that you're doing it for, and you mean what you're saying, and you're doing it for a reason. Let's see what his reason is when he got let go. What they actually said his reasoning was, and what his comments were. This is the Fulton County Jail, y'all. Y'all can get some lights going up there if y'all want to keep the lights going. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll just come out. Thank you. So what happened? Well, I mean, I don't really know what the state of the state is. They must have walked back over here. I don't know what the state of the state is, but I know we're certainly not the peach state anymore. We're the banana state because we reside in a banana republic. No matter who you are or where you're from in the state of Georgia, your representation was denied today. Because if this authoritarian Speaker of the House, John Burns, can stop a member of a General Assembly from entering a joint
he broke the
session,
rules.
which both chambers
That's what
unanimously
Sean
voted
Tony
to
said.
create and to have, then he is by definition a tyrant and authoritarian. Who really controls the state? Is it John Burns or is it Brian Kemp? Today, I don't know. I didn't get to attend the State of the State address. You know, it's absolutely unbelievable that this is the state that we live in, considering nothing like this has ever happened in the history of the state of Georgia.
No, I think it has.
So
Come
let
on.
all Georgians be warned that freedom is being taken away. I don't believe that they're after me. I believe they're after what I stand for. You know, just like President Donald Trump said, you know, they're not after him, they're after you. Because when you start fighting for America first and for Georgia first, this is what the Rhino Republicans try to do for you. You see, it's so ironic that it's the America First patriots that end up here on Rice Street. Donald Trump, myself. You know, Brian Kemp, the AG Chris Carr, John Burns, they've done absolutely nothing but try to hinder the voice of good, sound policy in this state. I'll never back down. I'll never give up. Go ahead.
Said ain't gonna never back down, ain't gonna never give up. Let me give y'all the rest of that. Hold up.
I have to put a bullet in my head to ever stop me.
Amen.
Okay. So again, like I said, when you have a mission and you really go for it, that's just a day in the park for him. He's used to it. He really is behind what he's saying. And unless, you know, there's something behind that, I don't know. And I don't want to make an opinion on it. That's why, again, I bring you guys here so that you can help me understand certain stuff, because I don't know everything. I come here and share this information and I go to the comments and then we get good. Okay, because he did this, he did that. And then I'll go research it or for what we learn. But if we don't know what's going on, we never have a chance to delve into it and figure out what's happening. That's why I keep on telling you guys, stop worrying about the network that it's being portrayed on. Listen to it, find out the information, then determine if the message is the truth. Pool the information like we do here on the show. Then we come up with a smart, decisive conclusion of how we're going to move forward. Whether you're Democrat, Republican, or independent, you're a human being and you deserve to live a certain way, which is fair under God's eyes. And we all should love each other and try our best to live with each other, because that is what the blessing is, not the money, not nothing else, believe it or not. Okay, y'all. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. We have to keep that story going. We have to find out where they're at right now and what they are deciding to do with TikTok. There's a lot of people that make money on TikTok. Many people do business. I can't go live. I haven't been able to get the 1,000 whatever hours or whatever. I don't know how to do all the dances and stuff, but everybody else does. And that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be able to have their platform where they're still able to be social and be comfortable and make a fair way of life. Sad part about it is the government that owns it is really some people that we really don't want to have our personal information for so many reasons, guys. So many reasons. But for the people that do want to keep TikTok around, I cannot in any way undermine it, because I mean, if you're making your money there and that's where your bottom line is maybe like 30 to 50% of your business, they should find a way to make it work and to continue having an app go. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. I do believe, because I get a lot of love on YouTube. What happens if something like that were to happen to YouTube? I would feel a certain way. So that puts me in the mind of being fair to everybody else.
Major developments overnight in the future of TikTok. Remember, a ban is set to take effect Sunday as part of a bipartisan law passed by Congress, signed by President Biden, over concerns of Chinese influence over the app. So the ban is Sunday, but the New York Times is reporting that TikTok CEO has been invited to Donald Trump's inauguration on Monday. Add to that, CNN has learned that the President-elect Trump...
So I have a question. You might be a Democrat, right? And you see that Joe Biden is the reason why TikTok is actually about to be shut down. Then all of a sudden, Donald Trump could be the person that actually saves it? Really? Not that guy that you don't like. This is why he even said it. You may not like me, but you're going to love the stuff that happens moving forward with the government. And sometimes it's like that. When you're a parent and you tell your child they can't do something, They might not like you for the moment, but overall they love you because what you're doing is pointing them in the right direction and you're looking out for them.
Is looking into possible stopgap measures to keep TikTok from shutting down. All right, CNN's Claire Duffy is here. So much uncertainty.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really the bottom line here is we're 3 days away from this ban and we still don't know what's going to happen here, if it's really going away or not. We still don't know how the Supreme Court is going to rule. We're now hearing that Donald Trump is trying to take some action potentially to delay the ban going into effect, although, as you said, it's set to go into effect the day before the inauguration. And what that means really for users of this platform is they are feeling a lot of this uncertainty. If you are a creator who makes a livelihood on this app, or even a user who spends hours a day, as many people do, scrolling on this platform, those folks are already seeking out alternatives. And we're seeing some of those alternatives surge in popularity this week. The biggest one is a platform called Red Note, which is actually a Chinese app. It looks a lot like TikTok. And what's really interesting is we're seeing a lot of American TikTok users flocking to this app and Chinese users welcoming them, offering Mandarin lessons, offering them information about how to use the platform. I pulled up a good example of this to show you.
Dear TikTok refugees, welcome to Xiaohongshu. I know probably don't understand Chinese, but there are 5 tips to help you make the most of this app. First, it's all about lifestyle. You can always find a better way to live and most comprehensive guide to everything.
It's kind of a hilarious
I
cultural
will not
exchange
be
that's happening,
joining.
and many
That's not
American
a way to
users
get
are
me
there
to join.
expressing
Sorry.
frustration about the U.S. government and essentially saying, if you're going to take away our TikTok, we're going to go find another Chinese platform that we can use. So that's been a really interesting dynamic that we're seeing. Another app that's really gained popularity is Lemon8, which is owned by TikTok parent company ByteDance. The company started pushing it in the U.S. when talks of a ban really started bubbling up, and that's another platform that's really gaining. Those two platforms could still face the same sort of ban that TikTok is facing under this law, and experts told me that sort of gets at the challenge, this whack-a-mole challenge that the U.S. government has in trying to avoid Chinese influence over popular social platforms.
Well, those would certainly be twists, that's for sure. Again, if the CEO of TikTok is really coming to the inauguration on Monday, it's hard to imagine Donald Trump doesn't want to find a way to save it or won't.
Well, we have to admit that TikTok was a major reason why Donald Trump won the election. A lot of information got out and we were actually able to see a lot of stuff go out through TikTok. Also, one thing that I'm thinking about, if it goes into effect banning on Sunday and he's still not the president, then Monday, what can he do? And can you overturn a law? Also, I'm going to be honest on this one. You guys probably beat me up. I think this is one that he needs to wait on at least 2-3 days and do other stuff that's more important and more pressing, like immigrants and stuff like that, right? Illegal immigration and stuff like that. Also, we can't just let the same owners have ownership of TikTok. Bottom line, they just want our information too much. They've got DJI, which can map with the drones, and to have TikTok on the land is crazy. You guys gotta understand that there is a very serious security issue if we leave TikTok the way that it is right now. And what I'm hearing is they don't even care about selling part of it. We are the only ones talking about them selling part of it in order for it to stay here. They weren't even talking about selling part of it because they was good. They was like, you never thought about selling part of all the TikTok. But now, since I guess they're trying to keep it in the United States, they're looking towards other measures and other means to keep it in the United States. So the CEO will be here on Sunday at the inauguration, and we're going to be able to see what happens, because that's my question, guys. Do you think that Donald Trump will be able to do something overnight, like the next day? Do you agree with me when you think that he should wait a few days? Do you think that they need to get the security measures enacted to make sure that we are safe before they move forward with TikTok? These are all clean, safe, regular questions, and we're all just thinking about keeping us safe and our information safe, because they got this thing called cloning that's crazy. If they can go on TikTok and take your information, credit card information, who you are and your address, they can actually clone you digitally and get access to other places that they wouldn't normally be able to get. I didn't even think about that. That's what was explained to me yesterday. And now knowing that, what do you guys think? You don't even have to know that you're being cloned. They can just be using your clone other places with your information for access, not even using your cards and stuff, but just to get access as you. You don't even know that you have these accounts in different places. That's what they're talking about. I'm like, what? Now that's crazy. El Jefe, security measures mean nothing if someone still has a back door to the application. True. Middle name saved 50 bucks. Oh, you out of here. I like getting people up out of here. Boom! Who else can we get out of here? Because I'm doing some work and they playing. Okay, I just downloaded the new progressive app. I'm firing my insurance guy, laughing my ass off. Direction from the police middleman. Yeah, man. Hey, y'all, if y'all like the content, keep on going. Let's double tap. We have the responses. We have more TikTok information right here. It's not over. Let's go. Right now, where are they flocking to? What are they doing? And what's the real bottom line of what's happening right now?
To tonight's Original Now with in-depth reporting on a topic we've been watching. And tonight, it's the internet, or at least some of it, in mourning, so to speak, ahead of a potential TikTok ban in the United States, which is, by the way, as we talked about earlier in the show, still very much up in the air right now. But others are at a different stage of grief, the acceptance stage, with a whole bunch of Americans moving on. What does that mean? Moving on to what? Well, not Instagram, not X, but a different Chinese social media app, Red Note. And that turn of events means that US and Chinese users are on the same platform. Here's Janice Mackey-Frayer.
Hey, all my new Chinese friends out there.
They're showing up in online droves. Hello, Red Note. Oh my gosh, TikTok refugee here. TikTok users looking for a new home and finding it here.
This might be better than TikTok.
On Xiaohongshu, or Little Red Book, the English name shortened to Red Note. It's become the most downloaded app in the US Apple Store, with over 700,000 new users in the past week alone.
Ni hao. Did I do it? Did I get it right?
Part Chinese Instagram, part search engine, Xiaohongshu is one of China's most popular platforms.
I'm Becca, and I'm introducing myself as a lifestyle vlogger.
Becca,
Are you guys going to join Red Note? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you guys plan on joining, if you're a TikToker, and how this is affecting you.
Wong is a lifestyle vlogger.
Okay, I'm introducing you to the New Year's gift box.
She uses her account, Who's Becca, to create product reviews.
It's more elegant compared to Chinese version of TikTok.
Critics argue the law pushing TikTok toward extinction goes against free speech.
Yeah, and no.
The Supreme Court will have its say on that.
This morning, I opened up my little Red Book and what the hell is going on?
For now, the Americans pivoting east has veteran users of the app leaning in.
You better learn yourself a little bit Chinese.
Memes of a terracotta warrior embracing Lady Liberty. Comments ranging from jokes about spies to offers of help with homework. Just don't forget to pay the cat tax that asks American users to introduce their cats.
I think this is a great moment for like a little bonding to happen.
This unexpected US-China connection creating what some are daring to call a kind of digital diplomacy.
The vast majority of people in the Chinese mainland have never even talked to a foreigner. It really seems like a surreal moment.
Think of my Red Note brothers and sisters.
The migration is also, for some Americans, an act of protest, at least for Diego Abane from Pasadena,
I don't know what's going to happen to TikTok.
who, like others, joined Xiaohongshu after hearing on TikTok about other options.
They're just all joining on this app instead of going to any like meta app like Instagram or like X or thing.
Like I said, if it works for you, go for it. I think everybody's going to find a place to rest. Just like when CDs went out, people had to go digital. They still were able to get their music. With evolution, things have to change. And what I always tell you guys, what I learned with age, the most serious thing that you guys got to get used to is change, because people are going to change. You're going to get older. You're going to meet new people. You're going to be in different situations. You're going to spend a lot of money, but you have to get used to change in life. That's the hard part, because you're going to be able to go through stuff and you're going to be able to maneuver. But if every little thing sends you into a rabbit hole and you're not going to be able to handle it, it could ultimately affect you, your way of life and everything as well. Seriously, check out these looters that allegedly broke into an evacuated Los Angeles home. Check this out. And they are not playing out there. The police are not playing. So if all you looters think that y'all going to be getting away and stealing from people, got them. Let's go.
Of suspects arrested in the Pacific Palisades fire evacuation. These are the faces of suspects arrested in the Pacific Palisades fire evacuation zone. Police allege the crimes range from burglary to looting to curfew violations. Ring cam video shows 4 looters breaking into this evacuated home in the Pacific Palisades.
Looting is not just a crime against property, it also takes away any sense of security from evacuated residents, and certainly it's not being tolerated at all.
The day started with Los Angeles on alert as a new red flag warning took effect. The extreme fire danger alert is being called a particularly dangerous situation by the National Weather Service and could trigger new fires. North of Malibu, fire truck after fire truck are lined up and ready to go in case winds ignite new fires. The response is massive.
Here at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, hundreds of emergency vehicles, including fire engines and ambulances, are also on standby, ready to respond to more possible fire outbreaks.
The U.S. Forest Service is working around the clock to clear overgrown brush that could serve as fuel for fire.
This crew is doing the backbreaking work of creating a safety break of 200 feet.
The buffer zone is meant to stop flying embers from igniting.
So basically what they got to do is actually burn what's in front of the fire to make it stop. And then whatever's going to be coming off to the edges, they're going to be making areas that they want to catch fire because they can control it. Firemen, man, are no joke. And we definitely need them and we appreciate them. And all of those firemen that flew over, that drove down, that is giving their time and dedicating their lives to helping these people, God bless you. And we at the bottom line, we thank you. And we want to covet you and let you know that we appreciate you for what you're doing and saving people's lives and more land. So thumbs up to all of the firefighters that are helping in California to bring this fire to an end. God bless all of you and keep you and covet you so that you win and you beat this devastating fire. And we all say this in Jesus' name. Everybody here that believe in God under my voice, we say amen, period. And that's what we mean. And we got one more banger that I got to show you guys because it's about a Jersey dealership. And I don't know about you, but I'm never going to buy a car and not get the title. Huh. I used to buy motorcycles, dirt bikes, all types of stuff from people. The first thing the cops tell you is, where's the title? Let me see the registration. So you already know if you get pulled over, you better have a title. Dealership in Jersey, they've been robbing people for weeks, for months. Do me a favor, you guys, again, if you appreciate the content, let's double tap. Double tap to let everybody know where we at. And amen, and thank you guys. God bless us all. Check this out.
We have an Action News investigative report tonight. A Philadelphia woman is out thousands of dollars and no car after she says a New Jersey used car dealership took her for a ride. Action News investigative reporter Chad Pradelli found that she's not the only one questioning the dealer's business practices.
The auto dealer is accused of selling cars without a title. When the cars are repossessed by banks or ordered returned, the company is accused of not refunding down payments. The investigative team went looking for answers.
I need that money to put a down payment on another vehicle.
Erica Hester says she's out $8,000 after buying a 2016 BMW similar to this a year ago.
Let's put this auto dealer on blast, y'all. Don't mess with these people. If they tell you they ain't getting your title, come on. We know better than that at the bottom line. We know better, but some people don't. You don't get your title in New Jersey at this dealership, don't buy no car from these people at all, period.
I was looking on the internet and like I was saying, I found the kind of car that I wanted for the price that I could afford.
She says Auto Emporium of Jersey City sold her the car, but never produced a title.
Couldn't get it registered, couldn't drive it. It just sat in the driveway for 3 months. I would walk.
She's now suing, but it's impacted her daily life. She has no car and needs the cash.
I work at night. I was using Uber to get around, and Uber adds up.
The BMW X2. Hugh Webb of Brooklyn is in a similar bind. He says he and his girlfriend also bought a Beamer from Auto Emporium earlier this year. He alleges the dealership didn't produce a title. His car got towed by NYPD for unregistered plates. Angry, he called Auto Emporium.
So he told us to pay for it and get it towed to back to Jersey City. We were like, no, that's going to cost us money. We don't have that money.
Webb threatened to sue.
They were so nonchalant, like, whatever, take us to court. You probably ain't going to see your money for a year or two. So I was like, wow, it's like, they've been through this before.
We took the 2-hour trek to Jersey City. An employee said the owner, Saurabh Gupta, was not in.
Who's running the show here? Because he's been named in a number of lawsuits. Selling cars, not providing title. Banks are taking the vehicles back. He's not refunding down payments. And it's happened multiple times. There's been multiple lawsuits.
On a phone call, Gupta told me to contact his attorney, but wouldn't provide a number.
I can give you his information.
Nor explain why he allegedly wasn't returning down payments or producing
That's
titles.
the runaround.
Never explained.
That's the runaround.
Never explained.
That's the
Webb
runaround.
says Gupta told him the wholesaler from whom he bought the vehicle disappeared and didn't produce the title.
So that was his excuse.
Webb received a $5,000 judgment from a judge in October when Gupta didn't show up for court.
Hester is waiting for her day before a judge.
I just didn't think it was fair, and I think that if they've done that to me, that they've done it to other people. And I think that Auto Emporium should be ashamed of themselves.
We uncovered a third person suing Auto Emporium for similar conduct, and that case is still unresolved.
So let me tell you what Auto Emporium's gonna do. And I see the play already because we're not stupid. And it's sad that I know bad business because I've done bad business with people who've taken advantage of me. So what Auto Emporium is basically saying to that man and to that lady, get your money how you can. Take us to court. The one man already has a judgment, but that doesn't mean that he's getting paid. Because you know what Auto Emporium is going to do? They're going to go bankrupt, or they're going to sell the company to another person. Other person's not going to incur the debt. If they go into bankrupt, which is Chapter 11, they're not going to have to pay the debt, or they're just going to, whoever they owe before them is going to get whatever. So it's a smash and grab. Y'all don't get caught up in situations like this. Anytime y'all out there trying to buy something, money on site won't cause no fight. Money on the wood make the game go good. Give me the money, take the food like this. Even exchange, y'all. Quick, come on. And make sure that that paperwork is good too. And then after you do that, double check, triple check. And if you go into any business to buy anything like a vehicle, a home, or a car, anything like that, of course, you want to do your homework on the company, not just the vehicle. Make sure that the company that you're dealing with doesn't have a bad rapport. BBB is easy and it's free. Better Business Bureau. You guys want to check into stuff like that. Also, I don't know if you guys know, but I always put surveys in my description. There's ways to make money online with me, right? So you go to my description, you go look, and it's a thing that says, hey, fill out this survey, and you're going to win $350. So I like to find surveys and ways for us to make money online as well, legally. So if you guys got the time, right after I'm done with this, I'm going to drop a new survey inside of the description, maybe for $350 or $250. We don't know until we check the descriptions, right? But you guys, if you ever try to make a little bit of extra money, make money online, try to do some stuff, why not? See if the surveys fit. Every video or every live has a different survey. And I always make sure that they're over $100 or $150. I wanted to make it worth y'all time because we need some money out here, y'all. Me too. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. And like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know how we do. Stay safe, drink your water, work out, get home safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get 'em! 1.